weather really defines the purpose of the sport in a sense. You know, it's all encompassing, and that's why I love the weather so much, is because the more we get to learn about it and the more we understand it and the more we can kind of call it on the fly, the more fun
Yeah.
we have.
So the weather is such a big thing at the Red Bull X-Alps. I think it's everything because it decides if you can fly or not.
Yeah.
How you prepare the weather situation?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, our eyes are still the best predictor of everything, and experience, and wind, sun, clouds.
Yeah.
Those are the main things. It's always different when I'm in the air. What we've really learned in the race is you've got to fly the sky. First thing is there's too much wind to fly, and that's an easy one. If it's too much wind, you can throw it away and go do something else. That's really important. So I use an app called windy.com. They have models, GFS and ECMWF, and without getting too confusing, each of those are using pressure and gradients and sun and cloud and all the things that we care about. And that's something you can pull up. It has all the airports, it has a lot of the ski resort peaks, anywhere there's a wind sensor that's in this system, and there's hundreds and hundreds across the Alps. The next thing in Windy is I really like looking at the radar. You can see really well with Windy if you get some overdevelopment late in the day, and overdevelopment can also be really dangerous. So these first two things, you can see the things I'm most concerned with are wind and overdevelopment, because those are the two things that are really scary for us when we're paragliding. You know, there's nothing worse than being in the air and wishing you were on the ground.
How do you handle areas you can't use really your apps or the forecast? So like for valley wind systems or whatever, do you also talk to locals when you're on the spot, or how you handle this?
So absolutely. Yeah. You know, I think local knowledge is incredibly valuable, because again, they will have flown a place and for years and years they develop their own models. And so and a lot of the teams, like my team, we're all from the States. We just don't have the local knowledge. And I've flown in Europe a lot. I've been over there a ton, but I'll never have the same knowledge as a lot of the competitors. And so in my experience, we've found that everybody really shares and really helps out. Yeah, I would say that the most important thing, especially when you're learning, is to tap in with your instincts. You know, make sure you stay close to your instincts, and because there is that little voice that we all have in the back of our minds that sometimes is just irrational fear, and you have to put it aside. It's just the stuff going on between your ears. But other times it's the little voice that's trying to save you and make sure you don't make a mistake or make sure you don't get injured. Everything we do in the outdoors, we should always be totally fine with walking away, because then you get to go another day. We just have to be mindful of gravity.
That's so true. It's super important to always think about really how you feel and if it's good to go or not. That was super nice. Thanks for the input.
Thanks so much. What a joy. This has been great. And fly safe and have fun, and reach out to me anytime with whatever questions you have.
That's super nice.
To meet you at Cloud Base.
I will do. Thanks a lot.